What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Eastside Fly. And I just want to start off by saying the Ravens really lost a key person in the Ravens flock today. For those of you that did not know, Captain Defense, one of the craziest, awesome fans that the Ravens could ever ask for. Somebody that just brought an energy, brought a love, brought a community to the team that was just infectious. Passed away today. And very shockingly, as I'm recording this is Tuesday, October 7th. I have never woken up and just been so in shock. Like, whew. Not only has it been a real sad, like, just a year for the Ravens as a team, but then to lose a community guy like that, just it's really like pouring salt in the wound because this was somebody that everybody knew whether you went to the games or not. I believe he was in row or in section 512. But just a guy that everybody knew. He's just like, you know, he was the Ravens. He embodied that, like, embodying the Ravens. I mean, he was Captain Defense. Like, he was that guy. Like, and just a shock to see that this morning in the Ravens post about that. Obviously, my thoughts and prayers are with the family. And hopefully we can turn this thing around for him and get, get going and get playing good football for him. Um, and in his memory and dedicate this crazy season to him. Because there really are guys in the community you can't replace. You got TSU Flash, you got um, Uncle Grandpa, you got, Real Fan Dan, and Captain Defense was one of those guys that just everybody knew. Like, I even remember being a kid and people going, like, kids dressing up as Captain Defense. Like, that's who you wanted to be for Halloween. Like, that's kind of crazy to think about, but his impact was just amazing, and it's really sad to see him go. But obviously, he's in a better place, and you know, hopefully, we can get this turnaround and dedicate this crazy season to him and all the people that we've lost this year and last year, and you know, always keep them in our memory. But we also have Ravens news as well that we're going to get into, and that is this trade. And to me, this kind of seems like the opposite of what I just said. So they traded Oweh to the Chargers in exchange for Gilman, the safety. Obviously, pending passing and physicals, they'll pass. They also swap picks, fifth round selections. Um, we're getting a 2026 fifth rounder. They're getting a seventh rounder. I, they're obviously shaking things up. Is how the Ravens website is posting it. To me, this screams that they're just throwing the talent because instead of getting new coaching, once you start trading players, you're just done. They're trying to figure it out, but I mean, I get it. He had 0 sacks and 10 tackles in 5 games. Like, that's pretty bad. Um, he wasn't doing what he usually did, but he only played 45% of the snaps. Like, this is a key thing, and I think that a lot of people are like, oh, well, he wasn't producing, and he needs to be off the field. Whereas I'm like, he really wasn't on the field that much. So I think that, they're obviously giving guys a chance. Obviously, Mike Green is gonna have to be a huge part of Jabu is gonna have to step up, and guys are gonna have to, they're gonna get their chance to prove themselves. Uh, you know, this obviously means to me, they say it remains to be seen whether Hamilton will return for Sunday's game against the Los Angeles Rams. No, he's definitely not going to be in. If you just got another safety, we also signed CJ Gardner Johnson. As you see down here, the Ravens also added T.J. Gardner Johnson to their practice squad Tuesday. So to me, this screams they are not going to be able to have Kyle Hamilton. And they think that he fits the scheme well. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see on Sunday. This is really all I can say about this. Hopefully, this is, more of they need to try to find a way to get things back on track. But to me, this is almost like we're freeing up cap room. We're thinking about next season. And hopefully, then after the bye week, you get a new head coach and a new DC. Like, it just screams a rebuild, which sucks this year. But if it's going to be better in the future, then let's start doing that. Let's start getting next season going, getting those aspirations back. I mean, a part of me doesn't feel like this season is lost. I mean, the AFC North is clearly the worst division in football. So if you can somehow win the division, you win the playoffs, and then anything can happen. But you're not going to get a wild card. You're going to have to win the division and win out. You're going to have to win your games after the Rams. You're going to have to be, a 12-5 team beating everybody, just continuing to win games and go on a streak of wins. And so can they do that? Absolutely. If the team gets healthy, they can, but I just don't see that. This to me screams they're throwing in the towel. But hopefully maybe something happens and we're the first 1-4 team to make the playoffs. Heck, we're probably gonna be 1-5 after we play the Rams, but I'll be there. I'll be making noise. I'll be doing my thing, and probably won't be leaving early. I was just, I was with people, so I didn't wanna be the one guy who's like, we gotta stay. No, usually I do sit through all of the heartaches. I've been to plenty of Orioles games where we got blown out. So, but hoping that maybe this strikes a chord in the team. Maybe he's a leader that comes in and just is able to switch things. But that is being very hopeful. But yeah, it's just hard times to be a Ravens fan right now. Ravens fans are definitely sulking today. But let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know your greatest Captain Defense memory. Because we gotta keep him alive in some way, shape, or form. So much love. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.